Hi everyone. Okay, so today's video is all about me working with molds. This is my first time, as basically this whole ceramic journey, everything I'm doing is basically my first time. And I have a strawberry and a seashell. I bought three. I bought an oval as well, but that's gonna be for a later video. All right, so let's get started. I'm very excited. Okay, so the first thing that I'm doing is obviously I'm going to get my clay rolled out and smoothed out, making sure that it's going to be as nice and as ready to go as possible. I'm using a 6mm thickness because I don't really like when pieces are very thick, I notice. I mean, I'm still learning, but I like to work with pieces that are lighter. I find them prettier, and I also find them more pliable. So now I'm just adding the piece of clay to the mold. And if you see, I'm taking my time to make sure that it's very well placed, that it's going inside all of the places, all of the like nooks and crannies, because at the end of the day, I really want the mold to take the shape, right? The clay rather to take the shape of the mold. Removing the excess, making sure that I'm gonna take out that piece of excess clay and just roll it and put it in a plastic bag so that I can use it later. Smoothing everything out. I mean, it's not rocket science. A mold like this, a mold form, I find it to be very cool and very easy to use. I watched some videos and I was like, for sure I can do this. And here I am doing it. So now smoothing out. This is the first time I actually used this stamp. I'm so excited. I'm still getting the hang of it, but you know, this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna let this one dry and work on the second piece now. So the strawberry mold, it's a little bit more difficult because it has a bigger shape, and also I'm not sure, but it has like all those tiny like indentations inside. So I don't know, but let's see. So the same thing, it's gonna be 6mm thick. How much is that in inches? I have to check, but 6mm thick, and just making sure to smooth everything out, because in the last pieces that I did, I noticed that when they weren't smooth, they actually, when they went into the oven, they were actually with the things that were not smooth. I was very surprised. So I couldn't really turn this one. So I have to basically turn it around with a piece of cardboard. So again, making sure that the mold is very well put onto, or rather the clay is very well put onto the mold, and just pressing it in, smoothing it out as much as possible. I did cut the mold a little bit too, no, I did cut the clay a little bit too small, or like too even. I should have left a little extra clay, but I wasn't being anything. I'm not really sure of how much extra to put yet, since I'm just learning this process. Okay, so there goes my stamp again, my wonderful stamp. I love it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I'm just making sure that I'm smoothing everything out, because like I said before, the thing is that I'm learning, right? So every time I'm doing something, even though I'm watching videos, I'm not exactly sure until I do it. And I didn't realize that when I leave imperfections in the clay, that they would actually come out as I left them when I actually go and put it in the kiln. So this piece actually had a tiny tear, and that's where I was saying that I should have had more clay. And I saw in another video how to just fix a tear like this, and I was very happy because I remembered it. I actually thought at first that I would have to start it over. And then I just thought, no, I don't have to start it over. I just have to do what they said and just put it back together. And it's very good. I'm very happy with this. Now, to get this started with the painting, I'm so excited. So this is a slip that I actually had to make with water, and it came just in a powder form, and I just put the water in it. And for it to be good and thick and the color that I want, I have to put 3 to 4 layers of it. And I saw in another video, in another YouTube tutorial, that if you put it like one time horizontal and one time vertical, it has a very good coverage. So it actually works. You can't see, but I actually had to wait a little bit between each to make sure that it was a little dry, because otherwise it kind of trails with the brush. And I learned that the hard way the last time I was doing a piece with slip. But I love slip. It's basically like wash. It just comes on super thick and super nice. So yes, I did put on a lot, but you know, I'm still learning, and I just felt like I kept taking it off. So I had to make sure. Okay, now for the strawberry. It's so pretty. I wanted to first put it pink, but then I thought it would be too obvious to make it pink. And so I decided to make it a very bright yellow. This yellow, I think when I was a kid, I used to have like dishes. Well, my mom used to have dishes that were yellow and had fruit on them, because every time I see yellow dishes with fruit, it brings me back to my childhood. I'm going to have to ask her. So this is basically the same process, making sure that the background is put on so that I can go back on and actually paint. So now I'm going to do the cute bananas. I chose a banana pattern because at first I wanted to do maybe like starfish and keep it like nautical, but I just said why? I was already in the shapes of the vegetation type of thing. I mean, even though seashell is not vegetation, but it's like natural. I guess, I don't know. I just wanted to do bananas. I like the bananas. And so I decided to do the bananas. Once everything started to get dry, I put the black just as a tiny pop, because I wanted to, first of all, make it look more like bananas, but I also wanted to give it a little bit more depth. I didn't want it to be all pastel-y because it's not really my style. I like to add black lines to my illustrations. And in this case, I was like, I think it's going to work as well in this plates business. It's funny because I'm still learning. So it's like I have to basically try new things in order to see what I like with clay. But at the end of the day, it's painting, right? And since I draw and already paint, I'm able to just take my style anyway. I know that it's obvious, but for the strawberries, I decided to add strawberries. And I didn't want to make them like another color. I just really wanted to put red strawberries with the little green leaves. And I think they're adorable. I really like them. that's it. This process has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I'm really happy to have tried these molds. Okay, so look at them. They're perfect. I love them. The molds are awesome. They came out very well. I had to just basically go over it afterwards and kind of smooth out the edges and the back. Look at my stamp. I'm very excited. Next time I'm going to press harder because, you know, this is kind of light. But, I mean, I just love it. There's tiny imperfections. I see them. But I'm still learning, so I really don't care. I just find them super pretty. They're not quite leather hard yet. Oh, excuse me. Bone dry yet. These terms. But they came out super cool. This one, I think next time I'm going to have to press a little bit harder because it lost all the shape of the strawberry. You can kind of see it has something going on, but not really anything else. But this one came out very well. Everything is well defined, and it's going to be a little bit brighter. Of course, it's going to be not a little bit. It's going to be brighter. It's going to be light blue and yellow, and then here you can see the colors. So I really love that. And at the end of the day, they just look really great. I'm very happy because I'm the type of person who likes to do things in multiples, and so I'm like, what? A mold? Yes. Yes, please. So that's it for my pieces. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. All right? Bye.